Love is often expressed in the smallest, most subtle ways, and sometimes a man will reveal his true feelings through actions rather than words. When he really likes you, he may not always come out and say it directly, but his behavior will speak volumes if you know what signs to look for. These little gestures, whether it's remembering something you said weeks ago, going out of his way to help you, or making subtle physical contact, are all pieces of a bigger picture that show his genuine interest and affection. Many women wonder, how do I know if he truly likes me or if he's just being nice? The truth is, attraction often hides in plain sight. A man who secretly has deeper feelings for you will behave differently around you compared to others. He will make you feel special in ways that may not be obvious at first glance. But once you pay attention, the pattern becomes clear. From the way he gives you more attention in group settings to how quickly he notices even the smallest changes in your mood or appearance, these behaviors reveal more than words ever could. It's also important to recognize that men often express emotions differently. While some may be bold and straightforward, many prefer subtlety, dropping hints through consistent actions instead of grand declarations. That's why understanding these signs can be so powerful. It helps you see beyond the surface and understand his intentions more clearly. In the following list, you'll discover 12 key signs that a man will show when he really likes you. Each one may seem small on its own, but together, they paint a strong picture of his true feelings. If you notice several of these signs in the man you're thinking about, there's a good chance his affection runs deeper than friendship. These signals are his way of saying, "You matter to me," even if the words haven't yet been spoken. This guide isn't about overanalyzing every little action, but rather about noticing genuine patterns of care, attention, and attraction. Once you become aware of them, you'll be able to tell the difference between someone who is casually friendly and someone who is genuinely invested in you. And the best part? These signs come straight from the heart, often without him even realizing he's showing them. If you've ever wondered where you stand with a man, paying attention to these subtle behaviors can give you the answers you've been searching for. 1. He remembers small details about you. When a man remembers small details about you, it's rarely accidental. This sign shows that he is paying attention to the little things you say and do, which means you hold a special place in his thoughts. It could be something as simple as recalling your favorite snack, the name of a childhood pet, or even how you like your coffee. These tiny pieces of information may seem insignificant, but the fact that he notices and stores them in his memory says a lot about his level of interest. Most people let these details slip by, especially when it comes to casual friendships, but when feelings are deeper, the brain naturally locks onto them. He might bring these details up later in conversation, surprising you with how much he remembers. For example, if you mentioned once that you get anxious before big meetings, he could ask you how it went or wish you luck before it starts. This shows not only attentiveness but also care. Remembering details is his way of connecting with you, proving that he listens when you speak and values your presence. This behavior often separates someone who is just friendly from someone who is emotionally invested. If he makes an effort to remember things that matter to you, it's a quiet but powerful way of saying that you matter to him. Words can be empty at times, but actions like this reveal genuine affection. When a man remembers small details, it is one of the clearest signs that he secretly likes you more than a friend. 2. He finds excuses to text or call you often. When a man finds excuses to text or call you often, it's usually because he genuinely enjoys your presence and wants to stay connected with you. Even if he doesn't have something important to say, he'll come up with small reasons just to start a conversation. It might be something casual like asking if you've seen a new movie, sharing a funny meme, or pretending to need your opinion on something simple. The real purpose behind these messages or calls is not the subject itself, but the chance to interact with you and hear back from you. Unlike casual friends who only reach out when they need something, a man who likes you will create opportunities to keep the communication flowing. He might send a good morning or good night text, call to check how your day is going, or randomly share something he saw that reminded him of you. These little actions may seem ordinary on the surface, but they show that you're on his mind throughout the day. This consistent effort to connect is a strong indicator of romantic interest. People don't invest their time and energy into conversations they don't care about. If he's constantly reaching out, even with small excuses. It's because he values your attention and wants to be part of your daily life. The frequency and enthusiasm of his communication reflect his feelings. He simply wants more of you, even if it means using the smallest excuse to text or call. 3. He teases you in a playful, flirty way. When a man teases you in a playful, flirty way, it's often his subtle attempt to show affection without being too direct. Light teasing creates a fun dynamic between you, allowing him to express interest while keeping things casual and light-hearted. He might poke fun at your habits, gently mimic the way you say something, or make small jokes that are meant to bring a smile to your face. The key difference here is that his teasing doesn't come across as mean or hurtful. It's always wrapped in warmth and a desire to make you laugh. This type of behavior often builds a unique bond, because teasing creates inside jokes and shared moments that only the two of you understand. It's his way of drawing you closer while testing how comfortable you are with him. If you respond positively, he'll likely tease more, seeing it as a sign that you enjoy the connection just as much as he does. Playful teasing also allows him to flirt without making things too serious too quickly. Instead of outright saying he likes you, he shows it by giving you extra attention in a fun way. If you notice that he teases you more than he does with others, it's a strong signal that you hold a special place in his heart. It's his way of keeping the conversation lively, making you laugh, and letting you know that you're more than just another friend in his life. 4. He gets a little jealous when you mention other guys. When a man gets a little jealous when you mention other guys, it often reveals feelings he may not be openly admitting yet. Jealousy in this sense is usually subtle, not extreme or possessive, but enough to notice a shift in his tone, expressions, or behavior. He might go quiet for a moment, change the subject quickly, or make a light joke about the person you mentioned. These reactions happen because he feels protective of his place in your life and doesn't want to imagine you being interested in someone else. This kind of jealousy usually comes from genuine care and attraction. If he didn't have feelings for you, he wouldn't be bothered by the thought of other men in your conversations. His small reactions are his way of showing that he values your attention and wants to be the one you think about most. Even if he tries to hide it, his emotions often slip through in these moments. In many cases, a man who likes you will try to subtly compete for your attention when another guy is brought up. He may try to highlight his own qualities, make you laugh, or shift the focus back to your connection. While he may not come out and say it directly, these jealous reactions are a strong clue that his feelings run deeper than friendship. It's his heart's way of quietly showing that he doesn't want to lose his chance with you. 5. He goes out of his way to help you. When a man goes out of his way to help you, it's a strong sign that you mean more to him than just a casual friend. This effort could be seen in both big and small actions, but what makes it meaningful is that he chooses to inconvenience himself just to make your life easier. He might offer to drive you somewhere even if it's out of his route, fix something for you without being asked, or step in to support you when you're stressed or overwhelmed. These gestures often require time, energy, or even sacrifice, yet he does them willingly because your comfort and happiness matter to him. Unlike people who help only when it's convenient, a man with genuine feelings will prioritize you, sometimes putting your needs above his own. He doesn't see helping as a chore. Instead, it's his way of showing affection and care without having to say it out loud. Actions like these reveal his protective and supportive side, signaling that he wants to play a bigger role in your life. This behavior also shows consistency. It's not about helping once or twice to make an impression. It's about repeatedly being there whenever you need him. Over time, you'll notice that you can rely on him more than others. That reliability is a clear reflection of his deeper emotions. Going out of his way is his quiet way of saying you're special, and is willing to put in extra effort because you mean that much to him. 6. He compliments you more than others. When a man compliments you more than others, it's often his way of expressing admiration and interest without being too obvious. Compliments are small windows into what he notices and values about you, and if he gives them frequently, it shows you're often on his mind. He might praise your smile, your intelligence, your sense of humor, or even little things like how you style your hair or the way you handle a situation. These comments aren't just casual. They're intentional, meant to make you feel appreciated and noticed. The key difference here is consistency and focus. If he compliments everyone equally, it might just be part of his personality. But if he singles you out more often, it suggests you stand out to him. He wants you to know that he notices things others might overlook, and by pointing them out, he's giving you extra attention. It's a subtle way of saying, "I like you," without directly putting it into words. Complimenting you more than others also builds a sense of closeness. By highlighting your strengths and qualities, he boosts your confidence and creates a positive connection between you both. Deep down, he hopes his words make an impact and that you'll associate him with those warm feelings. Over time, these compliments become more than just words. They're his way of showing that you're special to him and that he sees you differently from everyone else. 7. He makes future plans that include you. When a man makes future plans that include you, it's a strong sign that he sees you as an important part of his life, not just in the present, but in the long term too. This could be as simple as talking about going to a movie next weekend, planning a trip months ahead, or even casually mentioning events like concerts, weddings, or holidays where he imagines you by his side. By including you in his future, he's showing that he doesn't think of your relationship as temporary. He wants you to be around for what's coming next. These plans often go beyond spontaneous hangouts. They reflect thought and intention, which means he's already picturing you in his world down the road. For example, if he talks about introducing you to his friends or family, or if he asks what your schedule looks like for something weeks away, it's because he's mentally preparing a space for you in his life. Making future plans is also his way of strengthening the bond between you. It gives both of you something to look forward to and creates shared experiences that tie you closer together. Unlike someone who is just casually interested, a man who really likes you will show it through consistency and long-term thinking. His willingness to plan ahead is more than just an invitation. It's a subtle declaration that he values your presence and envisions a future where you continue to play a significant role in his journey. 8. He mirrors your actions and words. When a man mirrors your actions and words, it's often an unconscious sign that he feels connected to you and wants to build rapport. Mirroring happens when someone subtly imitates your body language, gestures, tone, or even the phrases you use. For example, if you cross your arms, he might do the same without realizing it. Or if you use a certain expression, he may repeat it in conversation later. This behavior isn't forced. It's a natural psychological response that occurs when someone is deeply engaged and attracted. The reason behind this is simple. We tend to mirror people we like and feel comfortable around. By reflecting your actions and words, he's creating a sense of harmony and similarity between you both. It makes interactions flow more smoothly and builds an invisible bond. You may notice him leaning in when you do, laughing when you laugh, or matching your energy in conversations. All of these subtle cues show he's tuned into you and want to connect on a deeper level. Mirroring also indicates that he respects and values your presence. Instead of dominating the interaction, he adjusts himself to align with you, which is a quiet but powerful sign of admiration. While it might seem small, this behavior reveals a lot about his feelings. If you notice him consistently reflecting your movements, tone, or words, it's his subconscious way of showing that he's not just listening, he's deeply invested in you. 9. He prioritizes your happiness over his own. When a man prioritizes your happiness over his own, it reveals the depth of his feelings and the value he places on your well-being. This isn't about grand gestures alone. It often shows up in the little choices he makes. For example, he might give up his own plans just to spend time with you, let you choose the restaurant even if it's not his favorite, or go out of his way to cheer you up when you're feeling down, even if he's tired or busy himself. These sacrifices, no matter how small, show that your joy matters more to him than his own comfort. This kind of behavior is rooted in genuine care and emotional investment. People don't usually compromise their own needs unless they truly value the other person. When he consistently puts your happiness first, it's his way of showing love and devotion without directly saying it. He wants to see you smile, and your positive energy becomes a reward for his efforts. At the same time, prioritizing your happiness also signals that he sees you as more than just a casual part of his life. It shows he's willing to put in effort and adjust himself because your feelings are important to him. This isn't about losing himself. It's about finding joy in making you feel special. A man who does this is showing, through actions rather than words, that his affection runs deep and that you hold a central place in his heart. 10. He gives you extra attention in group settings. When a man gives you extra attention in group settings, it's a clear sign that you stand out to him, even when others are around. In situations where multiple people are talking, laughing, and sharing stories, he still manages to focus more on you. This could show up as him making more eye contact with you than with anyone else, directing most of his jokes or comments toward you, or checking your reactions whenever something happens. It's his way of making you feel seen and valued, even when he has every reason to blend into the crowd. He may also go out of his way to sit next to you, start conversations with you more often than others, or include you in inside jokes that strengthen your bond. Even subtle gestures like pouring you a drink, asking if you're comfortable, or making sure you're included in the discussion demonstrate that you're his priority in the group. These small but meaningful actions reveal that his attention naturally gravitates toward you, no matter how many people are around. What makes this especially telling is that group settings give him the option to treat everyone equally. But if he consistently singles you out with his focus, it's because he wants you to feel special. It also shows confidence. He's not afraid to let others see that you hold his interest. This extra attention, even in public or social situations, signals that his feelings for you run deeper than friendship and that he can't help but make you his center of attention. 11. He notices changes in your looks or mood instantly. When a man notices changes in your looks or mood instantly, it's a strong indication that he's paying close attention to you. Most people overlook small details, but someone who truly likes you will be quick to pick up on even the slightest differences. For example, he might immediately notice if you've had a haircut, changed your style of clothing, or tried a new fragrance. Even subtle changes, like a different shade of lipstick or the way you've tied your hair, won't go unnoticed by him because he's always observing you more closely than others. It's not just about physical appearance, though. A man who truly cares will also be sensitive to your emotional shifts. If you're quieter than usual, he may ask if something's wrong. If you seem stressed, he might offer comfort or try to cheer you up. These small reactions show that he's not only attentive but also emotionally invested in your well-being. This level of awareness demonstrates that you hold a special place in his mind. He's tuned into you so deeply that even the smallest change stands out. It's his way of showing that you matter to him and that he doesn't just see you on the surface. He notices the little things that others might miss. When a man can instantly recognize shifts in your looks or mood, it's because you're always on his radar, and his feelings for you are much stronger than friendship. 12. He makes subtle physical contact whenever possible. When a man makes subtle physical contact whenever possible, it's one of the clearest signs that he's drawn to you on a deeper level. These touches are rarely bold or overwhelming. Instead, they are gentle and carefully timed so they feel natural. He might brush your hand while handing you something, lightly touch your back when guiding you through a crowd, or let his knee rest close to yours when sitting together. These small gestures are his way of creating closeness without making it too obvious. Physical contact is a powerful form of communication, often speaking louder than words. By initiating subtle touches, he's testing the waters to see how you respond, while also expressing his affection in a quiet, nonverbal way. If he's doing it consistently, it's because he feels comfortable around you and wants to close the gap between you both. Unlike accidental touches, these moments are intentional, yet casual enough to avoid drawing attention from others. This behavior shows not just attraction, but also a desire to connect with you on a personal level. It's his way of saying, "I like being close to you," without directly admitting it. If you notice that he finds every small opportunity to make contact, whether it's a playful nudge, a soft touch on your arm, or even brushing something off your shoulder, it's a strong sign that his feelings go beyond friendship. His actions reveal that he craves both emotional and